Surprise! I decided to come back a little early. I've decided to do Vlogmas. I wasn't going to because I thought it'd be too much work for me. And well, I'm not gonna vlog every day. I'm gonna try to vlog every day that I'm off. And I've got a very early start today. Not because I wanted to. It's a little after 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. And my cat woke me up at 3:30 and I wasn't able to fall back asleep, so here I am awake. So the reason I decided to do Vlogmas, I was watching Vlogmas last night, some of my favorites, and it made me think about a couple years ago when I had injured my ankle and couldn't work, and it was at the height of COVID, so I couldn't go anywhere. People really couldn't come see me. So I was off work for almost 3 weeks and, alone for most of that time. And Vlogmas really helped me get through that time. I mean, we didn't have any Christmas get-togethers, anything. I had my sister and my dad stopped over once in a while. My neighbor came over every day and did chores, and that was about all the social contact I had. So watching Vlogmas every night really helped. And I'm like, even though COVID isn't isolating us as much as it did 2 years ago, some people are still in isolation, and maybe I can share part of my story and help someone else out who's going through a hard time right now. So since I'm up, I'm going to work on finishing Christmas Barn this morning before I do chores. It's still dark out, and on my days off, I don't do chores in the dark. And so like I said, my cat woke me up at 3:30. He's outside still. But I'm going to introduce you to some of my other animals. So this is Abby. Hi, Abby. She's my livestock guardian dog, or she's supposed to be. She spends most of her time in the house. Even though since it's gotten colder, she's going back outside at night and keeping watch most nights. Last night she didn't, except for when Sirius, the devil cat, woke me up. She decided she wanted to go outside too. And then this is Dobby, also known as Mr. Fuzzy Butt. And Mittens. And that is Jack. Hi, Jackie. You want to say hi to other people? Jack's my grumpy old man. And you've maybe seen in my videos a little black dog running around. I'll put a picture of him up here. That is Tucker. He's not actually my dog. He's my dad's. I borrow him every once in a while because he's just so sweet. And he's Abby's bestie. And Jack, like I said, is a grumpy old man. He doesn't like to play very much. So I bring Tucker over to play with Abby because she's still quite playful. And her best friend, Tank, who I'll put a picture of, who was also my dad's dog, but he lived with me most of the time. He passed away this summer. And like I said, Tank was my dad's dog, but lived with me. And I know people ask why, but my dad's an over-the-road truck driver, and him and his ex-girlfriend had adopted Tank. And when they broke up, he didn't want Tank to have to go back to the shelter, so he asked if Tank could stay with me while he was on the road. And at first, Tank, who was huge, as the name implies, he was really intimidated by the alpacas and Abby. But him and Abby got to be best friends. They would wrestle all the time in the living room. It was quite hilarious to watch. And then, he'd go out with the alpacas. He'd just hang out, lay down next to one of them and hang out in the pasture when I was doing chores. And this is Fred, kitty number 3. Like I said, kitty number 4 is outside at the moment, but I'm going to post a video after this of his shenanigans from last night. Mister, what are you doing? What are you doing? I see you. Well, I finished it. So now I'm gonna get my lazy button gear and go do morning chores. And here is the naughty kitty that woke me up to go outside at 3 a.m. Or 3:30, I think it was. That's serious. He's really sweet, but he can be kind of obnoxious, especially early in the morning. Good morning, boys. Sorry I'm so late doing chores. Let's see what all the ladies are up to. They're waiting too. Unfortunately, this is all I'm gonna video of morning chores because it is too cold for me to have my work gloves off for very long. It's only 5 degrees this morning, so we'll see them more maybe this afternoon. Oh boy, it is cold out this morning. I'm not ready for this kind of cold. And just that little bit that I had my gloves off to open the gates and film this, my hands were like so frozen and they started tingling. It was painful. So the rest of the day I'm just gonna spend catching up on stuff at home. I won't bore you with all of that. You know, run errands, get caught up in the dishes, laundry. I was thinking about going to town this morning, but I might wait till it warms up a bit. I don't want to go outside again right now. If you watched my last episode, you probably saw that I finished stitching the December month to month. Now I've got it all finished and in the barn. I also made a little Santa gnome to go in there with the alpacas. I'm going to talk a little bit more about gnomes tomorrow. The new mystery knit just started Thursday. So. Hello again. Well, it's almost 4:30. I'm doing evening chores. After lunch, I took a 3-hour nap. I did promise myself since I got up so dang early on Saturday, if I felt like it, I could take a nap. I didn't expect to sleep for quite that long though. So I'm starting evening chores, but before I do, I just wanted to show you all this gorgeous sunset that we're having. Isn't it beautiful? Such a beautiful evening. It's much warmer, thankfully. You know, warm is a relative term. It's 18 degrees now instead of 5. All right, I better get chores done. Oh, boys. Here you go. So that's Finn and Andy's having their supper. They're going to town, goodness. Charlie, are you hoping I'll give you another handful of grain? You got plenty in your feeder. Chow down, boys. Hi, Toffee and Kristoff. And there's Hamilton. And there's the ladies. Hi, Kathy. Hi. Isabel. Blackberry. And then back here at the kids' table, we got Monica. And Hershey's got her head buried in the hay. And there's Phoebe, Ivy, and Nestle. Hey, cute little girl. You gonna come up for air, Hirsch? Alright, you eat. Yeah, the chickens are fed. Chores are all done. Almost forgot. There's a couple more things I had to do when I got in the house. Feed the puppies and the kitties. Now that they're all fed, chores are done. And I can figure out what I'm gonna eat for supper myself tonight. Well, that's about it for today. This is kind of a learning process for me. I'm pretty new at vlogging. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. I'm going to figure out what to make for supper and then take a shower, put my pajamas on, and maybe watch a Christmas movie, do some knitting and cross stitch. I'll see you tomorrow.